Salam, salam. Abdul Abba, and we back at it. This is an update on the Cincinnati Brawl. What is going on with the media? Like we all knew, said, and saw with the same footage they was replaying. It was some BS. The white people started it. Is there a call for their arrest? No. Is it being racialized? Yes. Are government officials into it? Yes. I don't know how many years it's going to take for us black people to ever be heard, everything we're telling you. I mean, at least you Latinos are finally trying to understand that this ain't about you. They don't care about you. You're just another pawn on the chessboard. Let's check it out. This is from Street Media TV. He has a lot to say, and I appreciate this brother. Shout out to him. Check out his content if you're real righteous. All right, Freedom Fighters, let's get to it.
Leaders that are speaking irresponsible, showing black and white people trying to knock each other's heads off. What role do you play, media, in continually showing that level of violence?
Mm-hmm.
What role do you play?
What role do you play, Adam 20? I mean, media. What role do you play? Hmm?
In quoting misdirected national leaders talking about a city that is on the right track, but they're doing everything they can to try to take us off the track. What role do you play, media, in that? And what you'll say, and let me finish.
Saying they animals, the level of violence. If it was white people, the opposite side. Bulto.
you'll say is you're just reporting the news. But I'll say to you, when you continuously show a loop and you continuously report
That is definitely a psychological weapon. We learned that also in media communications. I know it doesn't seem like it because of my channel. I didn't graduate, so yeah, I guess it would seem like that. I took it and didn't graduate. Didn't finish, but anyway, there's nothing here or there. But a premise, Mr. Papa George, professor, he said, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Whales speak French on the bottom of the sea. And at the end of this course, you're going to be telling somebody outside of this college, this university, the whales can really speak French at the bottom of the sea. And every day after class, towards the end, he would say, all right, guys, and guys, don't forget, whales speak French under the sea. Lo and behold, I'm here even telling you right now, hey, whales, parlez-vous français? Because it's a psychological thing. Just because you repeat something doesn't mean it right, but it does something to your mind. This is what Hitler did in Nazi Germany with his political campaigns, yellow journalism, propaganda bombs.
Misguided, misdirected national leaders trying to slam our city. You have to ask your question. You have got to ask yourself, what role are you playing?
So as I continue to cover the Cincinnati Brawl, as I told you I would, because I understand what's going on and what the state of Ohio and the city of Cincinnati is attempting, and the United States of America is attempting to do to these black folks over there is disgusting, right? And again, in America, we're not allowed to defend ourselves. We have a God-given right to defend ourselves.
Definitely aren't allowed to defend ourselves here. Nope. Sure aren't.
But we're not allowed to defend.
Not even allowed to be fathers here. Black fathers, at least.
Ourselves, right? They're saying that now there's we already had the whole footage, right? But they wasn't presenting it. What I'm realizing now is the police chief and the W city officials are afraid.
W meaning white. White. Okay.
To actually arrest these W folks because they're scared of white backlash. They're afraid of it. You have Senator Bernie Moreno coming out and talking to all the W supremacist publications. He's sitting there having conversations with them, and they're saying that they don't want to racialize it, but we got to make it racial. This should be a federal hate crime. When you got videos of them calling us the N-word, them pursuing of the butt whooping that they got, right? They went over to the black folks. It's on video, but first, let's look at what this Cincinnati senator, this Ohio senator is saying first, right? Because he's part of political lawmakers, public officials that's really out in front of this, running his mouth, right? Despite there's video showing that these W folks actually initiated the violence in the first place. Check it out.
Reason they're acting this way is because it was an all-black mob attacking white victims. That's why they're doing this. And again, I don't like racializing these situations, but the obvious is, imagine if it was a white mob beating up 3 blacks. I mean, this would be...
Shut up. Shut your mouth. Shut your shepherd pie cornhole. I'm sorry, y'all. Little Tourette's.
The biggest story on the planet, with all we would be talking about. And you just went through a leader that says they deserve it. And so it seems as if they want criminals on the street terrorizing the public. That is the goal. White people get shamed about white mob violence from 100 years ago. Put 470.
100 years ago? Are you talking about the 60s?
78 up on screen. These are 2 of the attackers that went up against the young lady. The dude on the left is the one that hit Holly. Senator.
He did not hit her. That's a fucking lie. It clearly shows in the video the Puerto Rican dude hit her, or light skin or whatever. His hair was type long. It might be mixed. That brother did not hit her, knock her out smooth. No, he did not. We all seen the video. What is you talking about?
Are we going to see from the Department of Justice federal hate crime charges here?
So I talked to all the victims on Sunday in depth, what happened, walked me through every minute of it. So the 4 gentlemen plus Holly, they feel that they were targeted because of their race. And let's erase the race. It doesn't matter if they're white or black. Targeting somebody because of their race is illegal in this country. Thank God.
That's exactly right. Yes. And it's time for us to enforce it against. Go ahead.
Anybody.
Keep going. Yes.
Yeah.
So the woman that was knocked out in the video and the footage that went all around the world that has W America outraged. They want these black people put in the slammer, the pokey, the can, and they want them thrown away forever. Never ever mentioned, right? She spoke out. The woman name is Holly. Now, when the brawl was going on,
yeah, her name would be Holly.
I often say when men are engaging in that kind of stuff, if the women get out the way, right? Now, this was a situation we see video of fights. It stopped, reoccurred, it stopped, it started over again. And at some point at the end, she was seen in the middle trying to break it up or pushing or whatever she was, and she ended up getting cracked, right? And went to sleep, right?
We call that durfed. They durfed her ass, you heard?
And everybody saw those images. So now she's on, she came to the news and she gave her first interview since this. Check it out.
Now to our top story, the woman who was beaten during that violent downtown brawl, speaking out for the very first time in a video posted to social media.
Damn, that brother looked like me. We have Honky Tonky Holly here, and she's talking about the hate crime that she insinuated. I have going to come to you live. Big Pockets News. Yes, I have a white wife.
WLWT News 5 reached out to that woman. Her first name is Holly. She gave us permission to share her message. News 5's Daisy Kershaw joining us live with what she had to say. Daisy?
Aaron, so many of you at home have seen photos of Holly's injuries circulating online, shown here also on WLWT, and video of the moment that she's beaten.
Holly, still recovering from bad brain trauma.
And thrown to the ground in that brawl has been shared hundreds of thousands of times. Tonight,
she wasn't thrown to the ground. She got knocked the fuck out.
I just want to say thank you so much to everyone for all of the love and support. It is very humbling that
you got knocked the fuck out on TV. Or how about when you pulled the black woman's wig off? I synced it. Yes, I synced it.
You have sent your prayers, your blessings. It's definitely what's keeping me going. And you have just brought back faith and humanity. So God bless you all. There's
no faith in humanity when we can't chastise these niggers and they hit us back.
Thank you. I appreciate everything that you're doing for me.
But see, now the news, because of backlash from black folks all over the country, and we're not letting this go. We have now.
You did right. That's right. I'm so proud of my Americans, man. Yeah, man. Come on, y'all, man. Yeah, man.
New footage, right? A lot of the incidents and some of the
shit ain't new. They had the same footage. We went over it on one of my whoops. You heard? It was the same. They kept looping it, just like the brother in the beginning had said.
Stuff I had to cut out because you can't show like really like violence like online. So I had to cut like a lot of it out. But you can see black folks trying to de-escalate the situation and break it up. And these black folks was over there minding their business. All of a sudden, some W folks drunk just came over. Now, this is the thing. In this country, what happened to us, because that W man said, well, they want to blame us for stuff that happened 100 years ago. No, it wasn't 100 years ago. It went on all the way up into the 80s, right?
That's right. The 90s. What are we talking about? I stand corrected. Thank you, OG. OG Mr. T in the eyebrows.
All the way up into the 80s, especially in the 60s and the 70s, right? Throughout the early 80s, it went on. And it also go on in your courtrooms, your lawmakers. It goes on all the time, right? So when we're sitting there minding our business and some W folks walk up to us and start bothering us, that should be a hate crime right away, because I don't know what your intentions are. Based off of what happened to us in this country, you already have a preconceived notion about us.
But why do you feel like you have the right to just fuck with people?
Right? So then when you come up and you push me, right, that automatically goes into a hate crime. I should be protected because my skin was my sin in this country.
Bars. Pay attention.
There's no way that when I encounter you, if I ever know if you calling me the N-word under your breath, or you're not going to hire me because of my skin before I even speak. So when you see Bernie Moreno and all these other people talking, you know that they're racist. They're not.
Shout out to all the cool Negroes that was out here talking about that. This is just black. I'm tired of it. It happens on the cruise ships. Why are we like this? Yeah. Fuck all y'all. Straight lace.
Disconnected, they're racist. We're going to call it what it is. My skin is my sin in this country. Before I even open my mouth, I'm judged. Still to this day, right? But let's look at the video.
And also judge off of the actions of others is exactly what discrimination is. All you hear in these fucking workplaces like, oh, there was a black girl before she only came one day and she left. Like, come on now. Oh, it's the other end. It's time to pray. All right, gotta finish this up.
Check this out.
This video gives us a different angle. You can see an altercation involving two people today for the first time from an official government podium. Leaders like Pastor Damon Lynch acknowledged more detail about what allegedly happened between these two men.
Black man steps in, breaks it up. The white guy re-engages, slaps, just squared up with, but slaps another black man. And nobody's asking, why didn't he just walk away?
In this new video from a distance, you do see someone attempting to break this pair up. During this portion of the brawl, another man you can see in what looks like a gray shirt has it's unclear how this pair is separated, and this man shouts the N-word. Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi says police have talked to the man in the white shirt who engaged in the most viral portion of this brawl, but he retained an attorney.
He is represented by counsel. The investigators are aware of that. They spoke to his counsel before they went down to see him, and the counsel said no.
He slapped the man who attempted to break the fight up.
This is racial because it is unequal justice. And so until we see
this unequal justice, how many times we gotta keep telling y'all that we keep getting fucked over in this country? Y'all keep coming over here like, no, it is you. You do drugs. It is you. Oh, it is you, brother. Pick yourself up from your bootstrap. Lick the white ass and get a promotion. What the fuck? Grandma, I'm sorry.
all mugshots. This is still a racial issue.
Officials told WCPO today they expect more charges to be filed. In Cincinnati, Jay Shakur, WCPO 9 News.
But see, not just this video. You had a brother that was an eyewitness that recorded He was the one that had a lot of the recordings that the news is playing now, right? Fox News, who's never on our side, Fox News interviewed this man. And mind you, this was the brother that had the footage. He put it out. How come Senator Bernie Moreno not talking to him? Huh? How come you're not talking to this black man? I thought we was in equality. We get into this place of equality. So why are you just over there with those W folks? Why didn't you, Senator, go down and sit down with some black folks and say, well, let me get you guys' side of the story so we can figure this out and find out what actually happened? Huh? Oh, you can't, because you live in Ohio, and you know them W folks in Ohio would never reelect you. See,
That's a fact.
who y'all think y'all fooling and think y'all talking to here, right? I'm gonna cover this and keep covering this, right? But this is what this brother said. Check it out.
Basically, like I said, I saw a little ruckus going on, saw people kind of scuffling, so kind of zoomed in, and once my phone kind of focused in, I saw the so-called victims, being pretty aggressive, towards the group of people that were already standing out there. And, it was a situation where it looked like, a lot of people, contrary to what people think, but there was a lot of people that were trying to break the fight up. I think a lot of people feel like everyone was just egging it on, and that's not the case. There was a lot of people, trying to stop it. And, like I said, the people that are
Jones, he wears a red bandana. I wear some dark pair of shades. You can't see my eyes unless my head is bent. You dig? We fly high. My bad. He looked like Jones. He looked like Jones if he was all the way black.
being called the victims seem to be pretty aggressive, in this. And that's what I saw. Halfway through the video, you'll probably see where I got out because I noticed someone was on the ground. So I got out and kind of went back like in the thick of the fight. And, there was a guy laying on the ground. I was a little concerned about him, but then he got up and, started, there again. Once he got up, people were kind of backing off of him, but he was kind of still going at people, and, using racial slurs, so, I mean, it was just an unfortunate situation. I know it wasn't anything had to do with the jazz festival. That's what a lot of people are concerned with. We don't want that to shine a bad light on a very good weekend. It was one of the best weekends ever. But I did see other fights going on. It was just one of those deals where you got people out drinking and, I'm pretty sure drinking had a lot to do with that fight.
Let's make alcohol prohibited again. How about that? Because obviously these crackers don't know how to control their shit because all across America and historically and present day, they feel like they can chastise Negroes.
But it's very unfortunate for the young lady. I pray for her and her family. She was just trying to help out. So definitely in any way, I don't want to, there was nothing good about that. The fight happening at all was nothing good about it. But, I do know that it wasn't all, the people that are being arrested that I feel like were, at fault.
And then also Tariq Nasheed, he spoke on this again because I made the call out.
Tariq Radio, like a subscribe. Shout out to Tariq Radio, but I listen to it really for comedy. Really, that brother's a comedy genius. But his points be legitimate when he's talking about priorities in this country with its naturalized and or native citizens.
For all the black channels.
I mean, I'm looking at these squirrels out here because these squirrels actually became carnivorous recently in California.
You should be talking about this every day. As long as the news is talking about this in their loop cycle, we should be talking about it in our loop cycle. We should be talking about it. We should be trying everything that we can to protect these black people that's caught up in this dilemma, in this situation. Until there's equal justice, we should be challenging this. But this is what Tariq Nasheed said.
The outrage, ladies and gentlemen, is because black self-defense. That's the real outrage. See, in the dominant society,
white people,
black people, they think we're not supposed to fight back. A suspected white supremacist initiated that stuff. They were using racial slurs against the black people. It were instigating a physical attack. The expectation from white supremacist society is that black people should either endure the attacks or respond meekly. But what happened was it was swift and unified retaliation by the black men and women who were out there being victimized by them white supremacists, and that disrupted all of their expectations. So that triggered a lot of discomfort. Not because of the violence, because it violated the racial order that presumes white aggression must go. And in this society, white people are supposed to just abuse black people with no damn repercussions. Institutional messaging, like, you better not fight back. See, while all the black people, black men and women were arrested, none of the white instigators, they didn't get the consequences from white supremacist law enforcement. That's not an accident. That's a strategic state signal. Black people who defend themselves against white hostility, they're going to tell us we're going to face state-sanctioned consequences, while the agitators get de facto immunity. And this criminalization of black defense, that reinforces that whole centuries-old power dynamic to deter resistance and uphold white impunity. And we're saying hell no.
So I said to him, no, Nigel, not without the brie.
The right to defend ourselves. We have a God-given right to defend ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. That's a God-given right.
Now, Senator Moreno had the unmitigated gall and audacity to say that he was going to cut funding, federal funds to Cincinnati if they don't get out in front of this and have swift justice.
Cutting federal funds to Cincinnati for this modern day lynching is diabolically maniacal.
That's what he said. He was going to cut federal funds. So what he's doing is he knows that people is dependent upon money to get certain things done. He's going to cut that. Now, how he's not brought up on charges because of this? Because that's racist. He's using his seat and his position of power to now force people to break the law or not give proper justice. These are his remarks. He said this. This is insane. This is insane. But this is 2025. And listen, man, they got footage. These people haven't been arrested. They haven't been charged. They haven't been anything. These people have been called brutes. They've been called all kinds of names, anything.
Animals.
But a child of God, these black people that was caught up in this situation. But you see video of the people that started it. But again, this is the country that we live in. When I told you, man, this is the way that they view you. We don't got no friends. This is why we ain't got no business on here gender warring. We don't got no business on here fighting. We don't got no business on
it again. I'm so sick of y'all male bashing brothers or what you've been through in your personal household and explaining it to the fucking world. Nobody does that shit. You know how much shit Latinos go through, how much incest, raping, abuse, alcoholism, and child abandonment goes on in the Latino community? Do they fucking bitch and complain about it? No. Sister, shut the fuck up, please. Everybody parents wasn't no crackheads and succumb to EBT like yours. Sometimes I'll go around places and they be like, oh, you ain't really black. The fuck is you talking about? No, you are a nigger. That's what you are, my nigga. I'm a black man.
Here arguing. We don't got no business doing none of this stuff, man. We should be talking about this every day, every single day. This is what we should be talking about, right? Because the door is open.
And like them Jews, we're going to say never again, never a fucking again. And you know what? We all need to make 5 babies just like them and get paid for them too. And you know what? We're going to have multiple wives and have them on EBT just like them Jews do. And you know what? We're going to have tax write-offs because we're going to turn our house into a fucking synagogue.
We don't have no friends, man. We never have friends here. They use us for what they can use us for, and when they done with you, they get.
It's LANs don't got friends, man, and we don't need them. All we need is us. You heard? My Nubians.
Rid of you, man. They use you as a tool. And listen, these people have been locked up. They've been given bails. I don't know, man. I'm interested to see. I haven't heard anything from the NAACP. I haven't heard anything really from like Fat Roland Martin and them. They haven't really been talking about this. Where's the black clergy? I know that there's been some pastors. The brother Lynch, pastor, he was up there going hard body. I mean, he was standing hard in the paint. We know that sister, the elder Victoria Parks, councilwoman, she's up there, man. You know, she's standing in the gap for our people. But a lot of powerful black people that should be speaking are very quiet. They're very quiet. And if we saw the videos they saw, they're very quiet. And this is where you get a chance to see who was who.
The same thing was going on in Palestine. Like he says, black people is very powerful and they ain't saying shit. Same thing's going on in Palestine. Things going on in Palestine. We got all these fringe groups that's trying to help and shit. What's up with the king of Saudi Arabia? What's up, nigga? What's up with Bahrain? What's up with the UAE? Egypt. Y'all some suckers.
And who's bought and paid for and who ain't. But I'm gonna cut this video short here, man.
Yeah, man, that right there, you know, self-explanatory. Something we all knew that was going on. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, you know. I'm trying to find this. Oh, man, I'm trying to find the video of these little white girls fighting in the mall because one of them snitched on one when she stole. So we can show their animalism and their children. So they're just so angry from the beginning. It might be a next one. Anyway, I gotta do some Black Muslim video. I gotta pray and I gotta handle some business. You can call my daughter and all that shit and all that. Abdul the Abbott, we're gonna be back at it. Shout out to my freedom fighters. We got 72 y'all up in here now. Good looking. Y'all really come back. But shout out to the family that do. We ain't gonna stop. I'll holler at you when we get there.